going to set the first pin to 10mm and the second pin to 20mm. Now, okay, so now we're set for 10mm and 20mm. So we can come here and we can scribe down. Okay, that's going to give us our line. Now, okay. So again, we're looking at where our outside edge is. This is our outside edge. Okay, this is where it's going. This is our outside edge. So again, we're just going to scribe that line to there. So now, those are our two mortices. Okay, so these are our mortises, these are our boards. Our boards are just under 70 dressed. So I want to come down 10mm, start the mortise, and 70 and come up to 60. And again on this leg. $10mm and 60mm. So we'll just put that line right down now. And again on this one, coming down 10, coming down to 60. Got those lines, we'll just square those across. Okay, so now we know where our mortise is going. Our mortise is going in here. Okay. Now, the first way I'll show you is to use a drill press. Okay, what I've done is I've put a 10mm Forstner bed in, and you know, we can either set the fence, or the easiest thing, or what I'm going to do is I'm just going to eyeball this down here. Okay. Actually, let's set the fence. Let's do it properly. Okay, so all I'm going to do is run down here, staying inside my lines, and I'm going to, let's just have a look. I want a 20mm hole, so let's just like that, and then we can just drop that there. just for stop. That gives us our stop. Okay, so now all we do is we just go down here and chunk that out. Now you can do this with a hand drill. What I would do if you're using a hand drill is you get 2 pieces of wood, just 2 short pieces of scrap, and using a clamp hold them together so you've got a little thing. 2 pieces of scrap together, just little short pieces like that. As long as you know you've got a 90 degree on one of them, clamp them together, and then you can rest your drill bit in there to go up and down. So that's also, if you haven't got a drill press, you can do it that way. Right, let's get these done. Okay, you end up with that. And we're just going to clean that up quickly with a chisel. I'll do the other one. Now, this is what can happen if you're not paying attention. Cut the first one to the length of that one, I went to the external length by mistake. Easiest way to fix that is when I do this, I won't cut a lip, so that will actually cut those shoulders, that will slide down into there, and I'll just have a lip there. So that will actually hide itself and you won't actually know. So yeah, sometimes you make a mistake, but you know, it's one of those things that it'll cover itself so you won't see it. Okay, that was the mortise and tenon way. A mortise. This time I'll show you how to do it with a router. So we're going to do it a similar way. This time I'm going to mark off and make sure I get my stop and start points in the right place. Which is 10mm and 60mm. And that's all we need with a router, because we're going to set the router fence up in such a way that it will do that. So what I am going to do though is just on one, I'm going to mark in the 10mm. And 20mm, because I want something that I can use as a reference Okay, so we've got the start and stop points, but what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to mark the edges of a mortise. So that's 10mm in, which is the inside, and then 20mm. Okay, I'm just going to use those when we set up the router. So that we know where to set the router lines to. Okay, I've ganged these two boards together because that gives a bigger area for the router to sit on, and I've also put auxiliary fence on the auxiliary fence because you don't want it when you're up on the end trying to just control it with one side. It's much easier if you can control the whole thing. I've set the depth stop so it'll only plunge the depth I want. And all I'm going to do, because I'm using a straight bit, the reason I'm using a straight bit is I can't find the collet for the spiral bit, which is it's not quite ½ an inch, and I've got a ½ inch collet in here. And so I'm just going to go between those two lines. I'll just have to go a little bit along, a little bit more and along, because it's a straight cutting bit. Okay, just put some hearing protection on, and we'll chop out the first one. Okay, now we'll just turn it around and we'll chop out the other one. Now I'll be honest, yes, the router does do a nice job and it's easy and everything, but the time it takes to set up, I could have done it in half the time with a drill press, and with dowels a quarter of the time. So yeah, it's all a matter of what you want to do and how much time you want to spend. Okay, next step, tenons.